A journey through the beautiful Bangladeshi countryside. Welcome to the stunning Bangladeshi countryside, where time seems to slow down and nature takes center stage in the rhythm of life. Today, we'll explore the serene beauty of Bangladesh's rural heartland, a place where simplicity and natural splendor blend to create an experience unlike any other. The roads less traveled. As we begin our journey, we find ourselves on narrow, winding roads that snake through small villages and farmlands. These roads are not just pathways, but lifelines that connect remote communities, leading from one village to another. They are often made of mud, brick, or asphalt, well worn by bicycles, ox carts, rickshaws, and the occasional bus. The trees, towering and ancient, line the roadsides like silent sentinels, offering shade to those who walk along. You'll often see village children running barefoot, their laughter echoing in the distance as they chase after a ball or fly homemade kites high into the sky. Locals pass by, balancing heavy loads of produce on their heads, while farmers on bicycles move slowly but purposefully, heading to their fields. These roads may seem humble at first, but they are the veins of the countryside, bustling with activity and life. At times, the road will be empty except for the sound of birds chirping in the trees above and the occasional jingle of bells from a passing ox cart. The roads here are not just about getting from one place to another. They offer a glimpse into the everyday lives of the people who call this land home. Endless green fields. Perhaps the most iconic image of the Bangladeshi countryside is the vast expanse of rice paddies that stretch as far as the eye can see. These fields are more than just agricultural land. They are the backbone of rural life, a symbol of abundance and sustenance. During the monsoon season, the fields fill with water, reflecting the sky above, creating a surreal, almost mirror-like landscape. The deep, lush green of the rice plants is soothing to the eyes, and as the wind moves gently across the field, the plants sway in unison, creating an effect like rolling waves in an ocean of green. Farmers bent over at the waist work tirelessly, planting each rice seedling by hand. Dressed in traditional attire, the men and women move with practiced precision, their hands submerged in the cool water, their feet grounded in the rich, fertile soil. As the day progresses, the fields change color with the light. The bright morning sun casts a golden glow on the dewdrops that rest delicately on the rice plants. By noon, the heat causes a shimmering effect, and the fields seem to radiate with energy. In the late afternoon, as the sun begins to set, the sky turns pink and orange, reflecting off the water and creating a mesmerizing, almost otherworldly scene. The fields are not just visually beautiful, they also provide a soundtrack to rural life. The wind rustles through the plants, birds sing in the distance, and frogs croak from the nearby irrigation ditches. The occasional clatter of farming tools, or the soft hum of a passing tractor, adds to the symphony of nature. Traditional farming practices. The connection between the land and its people runs deep in Bangladesh. Farming here is a way of life that has been passed down through generations, often unchanged by time. The farmers use age-old techniques to cultivate the land, relying on simple tools and manual labor. In many places, oxen are still used to plow the fields, their strength and endurance essential in preparing the soil for planting. You'll often see two oxen yoked together, dragging a wooden plow behind them as the farmer guides them with a steady hand. Despite the challenges of modern agriculture, many farmers in rural Bangladesh continue to honor these traditional methods, working in harmony with nature rather than against it. The sight of a farmer and his oxen, silhouetted against the backdrop of a setting sun, is both timeless and iconic. The use of natural fertilizers and irrigation systems is widespread in the countryside. Farmers dig small channels and dams to direct water from nearby rivers to their fields, ensuring the crops remain nourished even during the dry season. This connection to water is vital, and you'll often see villagers gathering near ponds, rivers, and canals, whether to wash clothes, fetch water, or simply enjoy a moment of peace. Local transportation, a unique experience. As we continue our journey, we'll likely find ourselves traveling in one of the many unique modes of transportation that define rural Bangladesh. One of the most popular forms of transport here is the humble cycle rickshaw. Brightly painted and often adorned with intricate artwork, these three-wheeled vehicles are a staple of both city and rural life. The rickshaw pullers, with incredible stamina, pedal their passengers along the dusty roads, weaving through traffic and potholes with practiced ease. Another common sight is the tempo, a larger, motorized rickshaw that can carry several passengers at once. These tempos are colorful, noisy, and always full. Locals cram into the small space, sharing rides with neighbors and strangers alike as they make their way to nearby markets or towns. Then there are the buses, large, old, and packed to the brim with people. These buses travel between the villages and larger towns, often running at a leisurely pace, stopping frequently to pick up and drop off passengers. The experience of riding one of these buses is unforgettable. The smell of diesel, the sound of people chatting, and the constant blaring of horns as the bus driver navigates the narrow roads. For shorter distances, many villagers still rely on the traditional bullock cart. Pulled by two large oxen, these carts are used to transport goods, such as bundles of jute, sacks of rice, or stacks of firewood. The slow pace of the oxen allows for a more relaxed journey, where time seems to slow down and the beauty of the countryside unfolds at a leisurely pace. Village life, a glimpse of tradition. As we pass through the small villages, we are greeted by the sights and sounds of daily life. Villagers gather at tea stalls, sipping sweet, milky tea from small clay cups as they chat about the events of the day. Women can be seen walking to and from the local markets, their saris billowing in the wind, baskets of vegetables balanced gracefully on their heads. In the early morning, the village wakes up with the sound of the azan, the call to prayer. The mosque, usually located in the heart of the village, serves as both a spiritual and social center. As the day progresses, the hustle and bustle of village life continues. Children going to school, vendors calling out their wares, and farmers returning from the fields. The houses in the village are modest yet colorful. Many are made of mud and bamboo, with tin or thatched roofs, and courtyards filled with plants and livestock. The sound of chickens clucking, cows mooing, and the occasional bark of a dog is ever present. The tranquility of nature. One of the most striking aspects of the Bangladeshi countryside is its tranquility. Away from the noise and chaos of the city, life here moves at a slower, more peaceful pace. The air is fresh and clean, carrying the scent of blooming flowers and ripening fruit. The trees, towering and ancient, provide shade and shelter to those who pass underneath. In the early morning, as the mist rises from the fields, there's a stillness that envelopes the land. The distant sound of water flowing in the rivers, the rustling of leaves in the wind, and the call of birds high in the sky create a sense of harmony and calm. At night, the stars shine bright against the clear, dark sky, untouched by the light pollution of the cities. Fireflies dance in the air, and the occasional howl of a jackal can be heard in the distance. The countryside, both by day and night, offers a connection to nature that is grounding and peaceful. And so, our journey through the beautiful Bangladeshi countryside comes to an end. It is a place where tradition and nature coexist in perfect harmony, where the land sustains not only the body, but the soul. In these quiet, green fields, amidst the humble roads and peaceful villages, life continues as it has for centuries, simple, honest, and in tune with the rhythms of the earth. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. Vast green fields stretching as far as the eye can see, the gentle rustle of the wind in the trees, and the sounds of nature all around you. Welcome to the serene beauty of the Bangladeshi countryside. Many people think of bustling cities and crowded streets when they think of Bangladesh, but the heart and soul of this country lie in its countryside. Here, time moves slower, and life is lived at a different pace, offering visitors an experience that is not only visually stunning but also soul-soothing. The countryside is a world of its own. Rivers meander through lush fields, fishermen cast their nets with time-honored precision, and villagers greet you with a warm smile. It's a chance to disconnect from the fast-paced life and reconnect with nature. Whether you're walking through golden wheat fields, cycling on winding village paths, or savoring a cup of fresh tea under the shade of a banyan tree, every moment in the Bangladeshi countryside is a memory waiting to be made. Beyond its natural beauty, the countryside is rich in culture and tradition. From traditional pottery making to local weaving techniques, every village has its own story to tell. You can visit ancient temples, take part in village festivals, or simply watch the world go by from the banks of a quiet pond. One of the most enriching parts of this experience is the connection you'll build with the local community. The people of the Bangladeshi countryside are known for their hospitality. You won't just be a tourist, you'll feel like a welcome guest, sharing meals, learning customs, and creating bonds that will stay with you long after you've left. So, if you're looking for a getaway that offers peace, beauty, and an authentic cultural experience, the Bangladeshi countryside is waiting for you. It's more than just a place to visit. It's a place to breathe, reflect, and truly experience life in its purest form. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the countryside. May your travels lead you to moments of peace and discovery wherever you go. Safe travels and goodbye for now.